and a very warm good afternoon to all the colleagues. We could not hold the last week briefing due to traffic restrictions around the red zone. So I'll very briefly sum up the developments in the last 2 weeks before opening the floor for question answers. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a very disturbing news coming from our international border with Afghanistan. In the border areas of South Waziristan, adjacent to Banu district, including Angur Adda, Afghan forces have carried out unprovoked firing and shelling on April 26th and 29th, targeting civilian population. As a result of these incidents, several people were injured and multiple houses were damaged during the attacks. Among those were among those who were injured included women and children aged 3, 8, and 10. Local tribal elders and residents have expressed serious concerns over these incidents, condemning the cross border firing and shelling from Afghanistan and demanding that these be stopped immediately. We echo these concerns and express our strongest condemnation. It is worth mentioning that similar incidents of cross border firing and shelling have been reported in this area before, where the civilians were targeted. So, strongly condemning these attacks from Afghanistan, we express sympathy and solidarity with the affected families. All possible measures are being taken for their assistance, and efforts are ongoing to ensure safety of local population is ensured and there's a prevention of further incidents. Moving to the Middle East, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan's constructive diplomatic engagement, supporting de escalation, ceasefire efforts, and the broader pursuit of stability between the United States and Iran continued. Our sustained interaction with both Washington and Tehran was maintained in the last 2 weeks. Pakistan remained committed to regional stability and international peace, reflecting our preference for principled, dialogue oriented diplomacy and addressing complex geopolitical challenges and managing festering disputes. In this context, under the leadership of Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, as well as our Deputy Prime Minister Senator Muhammad Ishaq Dar, and Chief of Army Staff and the Chief of Defence Forces Field Marshal Asim Munir, Pakistan maintained open channels of communications with the parties. Let me highlight some of the key markers of these highest level developments. On April 19th, Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif held telephone conversation with His Excellency Dr. Masoud Pezeshkian, the President of the Islamic Republic of Iran. During their warm and cordial conversation that lasted for around 45 minutes, our Prime Minister apprised the Iranian President about his own recent engagements with a number of world leaders, including the leadership of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Turkey. This telephone conversation took place just following the Prime Minister's three-nation visit, and therefore the conversation was contextualized in the conversations of the Prime Minister in these three capitals. The Prime Minister also thanked the Iranian leadership for their constructive conversation with Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir during his visit to Tehran earlier that week. The Prime Minister reaffirmed that with the support of friends and partners, Pakistan would remain fully committed to its honest and sincere efforts to advance regional peace and security, and he also conveyed respectful regards for the Supreme Leader of Iran, His Eminence Ayatollah Mujtaba Khamenei. On April 16, the Prime Minister was in Saudi Arabia for an extensive discussions with Crown Prince and the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. Our media extensively covered this visit. The Prime Minister shared developments related to Pakistan's peace efforts that led to US-Iran ceasefire and his recently held round of historic talks between US and Iran in Islamabad. His Royal Highness appreciated the constructive role of the Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir, as well as our Deputy Prime Minister Senator Muhammad Ishaq Dar. While exchanging views on bilateral issues, the Prime Minister expressed his sincere appreciation for His Royal Highness, expressed consistent and unwavering support of Pakistan to the kingdom. He thanked the Crown Prince for Saudi support to Pakistan's economic stability. The Prime Minister also highlighted that our two countries enjoy unique and very cordial brotherly relations. They were both strategic partners under the Pakistan-Saudi Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement. Later that day, the Prime Minister was in Doha. He held meeting with His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar. His Highness the Emir expressed his deep appreciation for Pakistan's pivotal role in supporting efforts to de-escalate tensions in the region and promote diplomatic dialogue in a manner that serves regional peace and security. On his part, the Prime Minister renewed and reiterated the strong condemnation of the attacks against Qatar and other Gulf countries, while reaffirming Pakistan's full solidarity and support to the leadership of and the people of Qatar. In the final leg of his three-country visit, the Prime Minister was in Antalya, Turkey for the Antalya Diplomatic Forum. And on the sidelines of that forum, the Prime Minister held a meeting with the Turkish President, His Excellency Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The President Erdogan praised the Prime Minister's peace efforts and said that Turkey would continue to support this initiative to bring peace in the region. The two leaders emphasized the importance of effectively utilizing the current window of opportunity which exists and offers an opportunity to advance durable and lasting regional peace. Upon his return to Islamabad, ladies and gentlemen, on the 19th of April, the Prime Minister held his second telephone conversation in 3 days with the President of Iran. The Prime Minister apprised President Pezeshkian about the three-country visit, his engagements with a number of world leaders, particularly the leadership of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Turkey. The Prime Minister reaffirmed that with support of the friends and partners, Pakistan would remain fully committed to its honest and sincere efforts to advance regional peace and security. President Pezeshkian, on his part, thanked the Prime Minister and the Field Marshal for Pakistan's strong commitment to success of our peace efforts, while affirming that relations between Pakistan and Iran would continue to grow stronger in the days ahead. Later that evening, Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif received a telephone call from Mr. Antonio Costa, the President of the European Council. During this cordial conversation, the two leaders exchanged views on the current situation in the Middle East. The Prime Minister shared with President Costa the latest updates on Pakistan's diplomatic outreach and peace efforts. President Costa expressed deep appreciation of our very constructive role. Both leaders stressed that the need to continue dialogue and diplomacy to ensure lasting peace in the region, and also agreed to remain in touch. On 25th of April, the Prime Minister held another telephone call with President Pezeshkian. In this 50-minute conversation, the two leaders held a detailed exchange of views on current regional situation and ongoing efforts to promote peace and stability.